Balatique to start the race. Sorry about the silent start. So Balatique's having a look on the inside of Crow. Raven's already having a look. Slight contact between a couple. Balatique's caught the rear end. I think Loyal made the right choice there. He slightly backed off at the start of the lap. Didn't want any of this malarkey. Wouldn't be surprised if he slightly backs off now. And you can see it, he has. He knows he ain't going to win the race on this one lap. By the looks of his driving, he's either going to pit on the first lap or he's going to hope everyone else does. Ooh, slightly contact from Balatique. These two are best off just hanging around. As Kotze goes off, see the rejoins safely, rejoins at the back of the pack. Ooh, as Crow and Laurie have a little bit of a tangle. But everyone got a race safely. Puts Laurie back, mate, puts Laurel, he's on the outside. Re-entered there. Oh, and he's hit the wall. Oh, what's going on, mate? Started really well. Come on now. You young whippersnapper. Jump on board with the Triggs as he's chasing down CJ. CJ's had a good start from 11th to 5th in the start of a lap. Throttle's going side to side with Raven. Raven's had a great start. Up into 3rd. Viper's checked out in 1st at the moment. Oh, Viper. A 2-second lead on Stevie. Cracking start, Viper. Raven in 3rd. He's got a few cars behind him. Laurie's currently in last place. Laurie's had a pit. So Loyal's just hanging back. I think he'd have been better off having a pit as well. As he really fancies fighting through the crowd. Good move on Cots. CJ's had a great start. CJ's chasing down Raven for 3rd place. Viper's still got the lead. Always good cars though. Raven's on the outside of Stevie heading into the right-hander. CJ just lost the rear end completely. Raven and Stevie are lucky they don't get stuck together. CJ's having a go on this and all. Raven's heading towards the pits. Don't blame him on that one. Viper's headed in too. Oh, he's the only one not to have pitted so far. Crow's just having no luck on these Porsches at the moment. He's in 8th place at the moment, which is last of the non-pitters. Loyal's made his way up to 5th place. The whole crew of cars run wide at the first turn. Loyal's got a bit of space now. Be interested to see what sort of times he can pull in. Closing the gap to Trigger slightly. Jump on board with third place Balatique because he's gone the outside of CJ. Slight contact with the two of them. Obviously I missed the start and the lead up to that. Closing the gap on Stevie. My God, is he closing the gap on Stevie. Go further back now. Jump on board with CJ, Stevie, who's still trying to chase down the back of his Loyal. Loyal's on the back of this train. This is the train for the lead at the moment. Throttle's a couple of seconds back. Loyal is chasing on the rear of Trigger. Good traction out of this corner. Looks like he got it through the corner. And he decides to pit. Followed by Trigger very closely. Jump back on with Stevie. CJ's having a good race with Balatique, and I think it's only going to get better as the time goes. Board with Throttle, who's trying to trace down Crow. There's a bit of a gap for Cotsey. I think Cotsey's had an accident. Don't think Cotsey's pitted. No, he hasn't. He's got too much fuel for somebody that's pitted. Raven's out in front of the pitters, followed closely by Viper. Bit of a gap to Trigger behind them. Loyal's struggling today, surprising. Loyal had all the pace in the first race. He even had some to spare. CJ's just lost a bit of time to Balatique. Just closing that gap to Crow again. Just can't get it under half a second. Still 14 seconds to Cotsey. It looks like Throttle could be closing the gap now. Still close between the front three. Stevie just fell off slightly. But CJ's still around about a second behind Balatique. Gaps remain fairly consistent. Throttle and Crow is our close battle. Crow is just maintaining the distance. His throttle nearly loses the rear end. Seems as though throttle's a bit closer. Seems as though he's pulling him in bit by bit. Can he get close enough before the braking zone? Oh, I don't think he's good enough. I think Crow's got just the slightly better top end. Good racing from the pair of them though. I look down, Cotsy's pitted. I don't think he's going to be in a good place when he gets out. He must have had a spin somewhere that we missed. Fortunately there's no sky pad for me. Closing that gap is Laurel. As Loyal as a go. Loyal's got the move done as well. Slightly had to run wide, the pair of them. I was waiting for that. Had me eyes on. Oh, let's have a look around the field. The throttle still's bothering the rear end of Crow. Throttle's decided to have a pit. This is we're coming to watch it, Jay. Come on, mate. You could have kept that going a little bit longer. Alright, we're now going to jump on board with CJ as he chases down Balatique again. CJ's had a cracking race, and I think from his point of view it's a gutted he missed the start and the qualifying session. Tell you what, he's got some pace round here. Spent a lot of time with CJ. Let's have a lap with Balatique. Come on, let's get the old cinematic version on. This throttle came out just with trigger by the looks of things. He has. Contact between the two of them. Throttle takes the worst one off there. We caught that one in cinematic view, unfortunately. I didn't think trigger was going to come out. I didn't think throttle, sorry, was going to come out anywhere near anyone else. There's definite contact between the two. Again, Balatique's thrown himself into the pits halfway round. Just see where Raven comes out compared to that. Raven's got almost half the lap to go round. He's a good 40 seconds behind. I don't think he's going to be close enough. Raven's just not been consistent enough today. Balatique is slowly but surely creeping towards the end of that pit lane. Raven's going to be hitting close to top speed. I think Balatik's just going to get out in time. I think Balatik's just got out now. It's going to be a good 1.5 2 second gap between the two of them. Right, mate, that 2.9. Right, Balatik's done enough. Was Loyal's in the pits again? I only assume Loyal picked up some damage from somewhere. That's a shame. He's had a cracking race 1. He's done what Loyal does sometimes. Completely fluffs it up in race 2. Let's jump on board with 8th place Throttle as he's chasing down Trigger. Trigger makes an error in front of him. Again, Throttle and Trigger, Jay and Trig, seem to be keeping the closest fight together. Oof, I don't know what line that was, Jay. Oh, mate. I think he got his line completely wrong there. He's getting a bit too close to the side of the track. You've only got to dip your tyre on round here. You lose all traction. On board with Raven, who's trying to chase down CJ. There's Balatik, Raven and CJ are the front 3 after pit stops, you would imagine. Because Crow and Stevie haven't pitted. Balatik, CJ and Crow separated by a few seconds. Been good close, been better racing in this one than race 1. Oh, that's never good. No, everyone's still there. Normally means we've lost somebody. I'm going to jump on board with Throttle because it looks like the battle's mightily close. No, it completely lied to me. Again, back on with Raven. Jump on with CJ, see if the gap's coming down at all between him and Balatik. No. Seems to be maintaining. Fortunately, everyone's maintaining their distances at the moment. It's like a social distance race. Boris would be happy. I think Throttle is closing that gap though. Sorry for the pause then, but my 13-year-old son just offered to make me a cup of tea and then he fainted. As it looks like it's going to get well dicey in these last couple of laps. Because there's Crow just behind Throttle. That tells me that Stevie's joined the fight. Oh, Stevie got a good old gap. was expecting him to be a lot closer to Viper after the pits. Again, it's like a socially distanced party. We've lost Cotsy. And Cotsy's had the old disconnect. He'll be threatening to hurt somebody again. Jump on board with Lorry. My god, Grandad's going to hurt me. Trigger's closed that gap to Viper. Ooh, I think Trigger's closing that gap a little bit. Again, less than a second, and less than a second behind to Throttle. You just hope that one of them can get close enough. Make the last couple of laps interesting. Board with Balatique, and I think Balatique's just, to be honest, I think he's checked out a little bit. He's got some gap now. And it feels as though Forza's having a bit of a porky. So again, it looks like this is our closest battle. 5th, 6th and 7th. Once Throttle touches the inside of the corner again. I think Throttle's going to be swearing inside of his helmet right now. By the way, Throttle doesn't drive in a helmet. Funny as that picture is, it's not true. Like those people at the moment driving their own car wearing gloves, surgical gloves. As long as you sanitize your hands, you don't need gloves in your own car. Just gonna put that out there. Or a face mask. Face mask for public. Would you wear one in the living room? Anyway, that's a different story. Doyle must have had a nightmare race. Now he's pitted twice. Trigger's got a lot closer to Viper. Let's have a look on this one for the next while and a lap. Get the braking done, get that turned in, get the acceleration. Looks like Viper's lost a good chunk of time there. I think he braked a little bit too early. Trigger has a looser rear end by the looks of it. This Trigger is closing that gap. We're now down to 0.3 of a second. Trigger looks like he's got the better line into that corner as well. You need to just drift out wide there. Trigger also gets a lot closer under braking. I think Throttle's not going to be disinterested in this either. Viper runs wide. Viper had a cracking fight with Crow last week. Looks like he's interested in a good fight with Trigger. Trigger is gonna blitz him down the straight by the looks of it. Trigger's just ahead now. Can't see Viper being that good on the brakes that he's going to outbrake him. But Trigger might have to run wide, which could chop the nose off Viper. Viper ran wide but had no chance of doing anything else, I'm afraid. Trigger's got the inside line. Viper could have the traction coming out the corner. Looks like Trigger put his car exactly where he needed it to be. I'm going to jump on board with Throttle because I think Jay is going to be interested in this little fight soon. Can Viper do anything under braking? He pulls out. He's not able to make a move. This has allowed Throttle to get real close to the back. Either one of those two make a mistake and Throttle's having this. We've got Balatik in first, Raven second, CJ third as they're heading into the last few corners. This is where our fight is. I will jump on board, well, I will read the results as they come across the line. Viper's made the mistake, he's going to allow Throttle through. He tries to get in the slipstream, Throttle looks like he's going to run wide. Oh, he has a twitch. Viper has no choice there but to touch the grass. There's a bit of rubbing. Viper could get the brakes. Viper's going to have the inside line. Jay will have the cutback. Slight contact, rear to bump. Jay gets through. I apologise to your winners. Balatik's going to win the race. Followed by NWR Raven. Followed by CJ. Followed by Stevie. Trigger. I think Throttle's going to get in front of Viper. He is. Viper drifted round the last corner. Having a bit of Tokyo drift going on there, Viper. Crow 8th, Lorry 9th, and unfortunately, Loyal down in 10th place. Oh, Laurel's had a nightmare. Let's watch the little donut lover. As he crosses the line. No flamboyance there, Loyal. I'm not happy at all. I wanted to drift around that final corner. So Balatik in first, Raven second, CJ third, Stevie fourth, Trigger fifth, Throttle sixth. Loyal beat. I'm not sure what happened there. For watching. I will be back next week. I hope, unless I get sacked.